Alright guys, welcome for the first mission of the Debden Egos campaign by Reflected and Flew by me. Let's go for the first mission. Gonna be dark, gonna be hard, gonna be fun. I'll be the last one just to be safe. Those guys are taking off and some are turning back. I'm sure I'll have to turn on the icons to see those guys. Let's go. Keeping the center line on the left. Airborne, clear coming up. I'll go to maximum military. Left tracking. Okay, started to bring to continuous. Working with the icons, I'm sorry for that. Nice, I'm gonna switch the tank to the tail, to the fuselage. Time is 3-0. Very good. Found my leader. Man, what a work. Lima, that's him. My God, how crazy. And VR is something crazy. I'm just getting used to it. I just got my first VR glass, and I got the Virtual Aero. I just completed in 1 week, and I managed to get it operational on DCS and Microsoft the Flight Simulator 2020, and I'm now explaining 12. But by far the DCS brings up a bad impression. Oh shit. Let's listen to the radio.
Sailors and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force. You are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940-41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeats in open battle, man to man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war, and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
Pretty nice. This is the letter that Eisenhower sent to the soldiers and their men on the day. It was a hell of a morale boost. If you saw the series Band of Brothers, they read it on the episode number 2. Or was it episode number 1? I don't remember anymore. I think it was number 1. By the way, do you remember the date that the Band of Brothers series was first broadcasted by HBO? It was September the 9th, 2001. I remember that because I was flying MD-11 from Brazil to New York, and I had got there with my wife. My wife was with me in the flight as a passenger, and late evening I saw the end of episode 1 and episode 2, and it was just 2 days 9/11. Cannot forget that. This is number 3. Number 4 must be coming. Crazy deceleration. AI is still a little bit crazy.
Ha ha ha. Going back to group, heading down below the clouds.
Number 4 there. This is a hard mission, I guarantee you. Ah, come on. Nice, all 4.
Traverse the cobweb. Keep your heads on a swivel. Motion calling horseback. Heavy road activity has been reported 10 miles northwest of O for Obo. Roger. Caboose. Western South investigate. Woohoo! It's raining. Okay, kids. Take a section down and sit it out. Fly on to the quarter target. Over. Roger. Third section attacking.
Fencing. I hate to be with the hated the Ike Speech, but life it is what it is.
Caboose aircraft, you see any movement? Caboose red here. I can't see a thing down there, Colonel.
I can't see a thing either.
Alright, let's take this further south.
Oh.
Okay, boys. Let's break it off and take it northwest. North like hockey, kid.
Now they turn on the lights. Now I see you. Do you see the flare?
Horseback to Colgate. We'll have to report the location. It's all quiet down here. We'll swing north and follow the road. Over.
I'll switch tanks now.
Copy. Thank you for the update.
Right hand drop tank. At least I managed to do some shooting without dying.
Watch the flag.
Jumping.
I'm hit. How bad, Jim? Ain't bad, I think. I don't know. I have a few holes in my right wing. You had some kind of leak. Yeah, it's my right wing tank. The round went right through the wing. I can see it from here. Alright, let's head home.
So far so good. Looks like we're going back home. But still fit to dry on the wrong side. I hope this audio comes out good. That will expedite the making of the movie.
All smooth, Takeoff, weather, trap. Return to base. Over.
Nice, return to base.
Roger, come with us returning to base.
Just to make sure that I'm following the right leader.
Cobweb blue section, let's get back up to the cloud. Check your build. Roger, I still got plenty.
Come on. Afflicted, I gotta say, man, you made a hell of a mission. It's not for amateurs, and I just wonder, the guy flying it in real life, just insane.
Section Tower, this is Horseback. Do you read? Go ahead, Horseback. We read you loud and clear. What's your weather? We're coming in. Over. Roger. The field's open and waiting for you. Visibility's okay, about 10 miles. We've had some showers earlier. Roger. Thank you.
Let's listen.
The President of the United States. My fellow Americans, last night when I spoke with you about the fall of Rome, I knew at that moment that troops of the United States and our allies were crossing the Channel in another and greater operation. It has come to pass with success thus far. And so, in this poignant hour, I ask you to join with me in prayer. Almighty God, our sons, pride of our nation, this day have set upon a mighty endeavor, a struggle to preserve our republic, our religion, and our civilization, and to set free a suffering humanity. Lead them straight and true. Give strength to their arms, stoutness to their hearts, steadfastness in their faith. They will need thy blessings. Their road will be long and hard. For the enemy is strong. He may hurl back our forces. Success may not come with rushing speed, but we shall return again and again. And we know that by thy grace and by the righteousness of our cause, our sons will triumph. They will be sore tried by night and by day, without rest, until the victory is won. The darkness will be rent by noise and flame. Men's souls will be shaken with the violences of war. For these men are lately drawn from the ways of peace. They fight not for the lust of conquest. They fight to end conquest. They fight to liberate. They fight to let justice arise and tolerance and goodwill among all thy people. They yearn but for the end of battle, for their return to the haven of home. Some will never return. Embrace these, Father, and receive them, thy heroic servants, into thy kingdom. And for us at home, fathers, mothers, children, wives, sisters, and brothers of brave men overseas, whose thoughts and prayers are ever with them, help us, Almighty God, to rededicate ourselves in renewed faith in Thee in this hour of great sacrifice. Many people have urged that I call the nation into a single day of special prayer. But because the road is long and the desire is great, I ask that our people devote themselves in prayer. As we rise to each new day, and again when each day is spent, let words of prayer be on our lips, invoking thy help to our efforts. Give us strength, too, strength in our daily tasks, to redouble the contributions we make in the physical and the material support of our armed forces. And let our hearts be stout to wait out the long travel, to bear sorrows that may come, to impart our courage unto our sons, wheresoever they may be. And, O Lord, give us faith. Give us faith in Thee, faith in our sons, faith in each other, faith in our united crusade. Let not the keenness of our spirit ever be dulled. Let not the impacts of temporary events, of temporal matters of but fleeting moments, let not these deter us in our unconquerable purpose. With thy blessing, we shall prevail over the unholy forces of our enemy. Help us to conquer the apostles of greed and racial arrogances. Lead us to the saving of our country, and with our sister nations into a world unity that will spell a sure peace, a peace invulnerable to the schemings of unworthy men, and a peace that will let all men live in freedom, reaping the just rewards of their honest toil. Thy will be done, Almighty God.
That was a nice Roosevelt transmission. It was in power. Truman only came in power in 45. Very close to Kenley. It's gonna be fun to fly the pattern with all those airplanes there. I hope they turn on the lights. Over the field. I see one guy landing there. So goodbye, boss. I'm gonna land. Found the runway there. I'm gonna make a teardrop to the right. $170. Gear down. One more notch. Turn the lights on. I see the runway there. Flap down. Align it. gears down. Founded the runway. Managed to be on the ground. I hope I don't overrun. Flaps up. Nice. Fuel boost is already off. Magnets coming off. Radios.
Sir, are you alright? Better get some sleep while we arm the ship with bombs. I've heard the next briefing is in 1 hour.
My God, 1 hour.
Thank you, Chief. I guess I'll head straight to my hut then.
Gunnery. On the last one. Crew heats off, all off. Reduce battery and generate. And the mission is accomplished. Outstanding, outstanding mission. Really hard, but I'm very glad I made it. And thank you very much for flying out this way. And really appreciate your company tonight. And reflected, you deserve congratulations for such a nice mission. Thank you very much.